Friends, the fishes are available plenty in marine environment. It supply continuous protein. Some of the fishes are edible and some of the fishes are poisonous. And we will see 10 top poisonous fishes and also venomous fishes. One is Cubosa. The Cubosa is mostly known as the box jellyfish. This beautiful, delicate looking creature is anything but when you consider just how deadly it is. A reasonable large animal, the box jellyfish can weigh almost 5 pounds and its many delicate tentacles can be as long as about 10 feet. Though almost elegant in appearance, the box-shaped invertebrate is considered to be one of the most toxic animal in the world. With a single sting, it can transfer a potent venom that instantly stuns or kills its prey. One sting contains deadly toxins that directly attack the heart, the nervous system, and the skin cells. While the sting is most commonly used for the jellyfish to attack its prey for food, a sting to a human can be deadly. The venom is so powerful and painful that most human victims cannot make it to the shore before they die. They were likely to go into shock and drown or die of the heart failure. It's possible for a person to survive a Cubosa sting. However, one can expect a naturally scared to go along with weeks of intensive pain. The jellyfish causes as many as 40 deaths per year in the Philippines. Next is bufferfish. Bufferfish are a distinctive sea creature known for their ability to buff up their body, expanding an array of 360-degree quails to scare off their enemies, but did not know that this fish can be quite deadly. The buffer contains a dangerous toxin called tetrodotoxin. It runs throughout the animal's entire body and it's derived from bacteria. This toxin is up to 1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide, and one fish has the potential to kill 30 adult humans with no antidote. That being said, the meat from this extraordinary being is actually considered a delicacy. That's right, the super poisonous fish, deadly to humans, doubles as the meal that people enjoy, especially in Japan. Not only is the meal costly, but it takes a highly trained, licensed chef to prepare it. That's because it must be prepared in a specialized way to ensure all the toxins are removed. Although there are trained individuals who are experts in the topic, there are still several deaths that occur from eating this fish annually. Only a real daredevil would give this meal a shot. Zebra surgeon fish, boosting ships, the rivals those of mammals we all know and love. The zebra, this eye-catching fish, is not as innocent as it may appear. You may not notice from afar, but the sea creature possesses an erectile spine that's as sharp as a scalpel. The spine sits at the base of the caudal fin and contains powerful, dangerous venom. It cuts into any prey who dares to get too close. In fact, this fish is known to be overly aggressive and will attack any animals or a person who comes its way. Despite the deadly knife-like fin, the zebra surgeon fish is actually edible. Many enjoy the fish, but there is still some risk to consuming it. It's been known to cause a special kind of food poisoning called Shigella. Shigella causes face numbness, itching, and in severe cases, hypotension and slowing of heart rate. Crown of thorns fish. The crown of thorns fish is actually a starfish, and it's the only starfish in the whole world that is poisonous. Appropriately named this spike Typically, animal is covered with prickly spines. The short needle-like attachment can grow to be as long as 2 inches, and the fish itself can have anywhere from 7 to 23 arms. A beautiful contribution to the coral reefs. The crown of thornfish come in a wide variety of colors. You might see on average brown one or bright colors like green and purple with red, yellow or blue spines. While not necessarily deadly, the spines of this starfish can impact human health. If you get pricked by one of them, you may experience pain, nausea and vomiting. Redness and swelling at the injury site are also common. Stingray. For the most part, stingray are considered calm and docile animal. They do not have any reputation for actively seeking out humans with the intention of causing them harm. However, they do have a strong reaction in terms of defensiveness, and that attack can be deadly. You may remember crocodile hunter Steve Irwin, the animal-obsessed Australian zookeeper, handled some of the most dangerous animals in the world until he was fatally attacked by the stingray in a horrible accident. Most stingray injuries happens below the knee on people who were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. In most cases, death is extremely rare. While a stingray does contain venom, it's not usually deadly. But if a stingray strikes, you can chest or abdomen with its short tail, it could kill you. A hit directly to the heart would mostly certainly be fatal. Any other kind of piercing can cause severe muscle contractions, which are very painful. It can also cause tissue or cell death. Boxfish. Given the close relation of the boxfish to the bufferfish, it should not come as a surprise that this square-looking fish is also poisonous. Don't jump to conclusion here. This fish is not nearly as poisonous as the bufferfish, but it is still best to keep your distance. The boxfish odd shape and fashionable appearance make it look harmless. Its bright yellow color are certainly eye-catching, and it sports adorable black polka dots all over. However, this fish has been known to excrete on a dangerous toxin whenever it feels threatened or scared. Their skin cells release this toxin into the water, which will poison anything in the surrounding area. The toxin can break down destroy red blood cells, which can be harmful to both marine life and a human who get too close. Kangaroo. A kangaroo is a fish found native to the Amazon River region. It is uncanny in its similarity to the eel, as it boasts a translucent appearance and does not have scales as other fish do. This tiny fish is only about 1 inch long, so it is difficult to even see in the water. This fish does not possess any poison, but it is quite deadly. Its parasite catfish that likes to latch on the gill cavities of other fish feeding on the blood. When the kangaroo decides to make a human its prey, it will actually enter the body through a personal urethra. Once inside, it lets loose its short spine, which attacks it to the victim and cause inflammation. It can also cause hemorrhaging and eventually even death. Lionfish. The lionfish one of that is quite impressive in terms of appearance. Entirely covered in brown and white strips, the fish boasts large billowing fins that flow gracefully through the water. Though its fins are nice to look at, we would not recommend getting near this big cat of the ocean. A highly toxic animal, the lionfish has venom within its dorsal spine. Thankfully, the fish is not known to be aggressive whatsoever. In fact, it is actually a rather timid fish who likes to mind its own business. The dorsal spine simply acts as a defense mechanism to protect him when predators get too close. It's best to stay far from these guys Contact with that dorsal fin results in a strong passion that can cause severe pain, vomiting, shortness of breath, and eventually paralysis or even every muscle in the human body. Once the cardiac muscle is impacted, the result is death. Stonefish. The stonefish is not a partially attractive fish, but do not say that is its face. Hidden in the Red Sea and the Indo-Pacific, this fish houses 13 dorsal spines that are very much venomous. The fish can be challenging to stop as it likes to hide on the seabed. It accomplishes excellent camouflage by burying itself in the sand or hiding within the rocks. When all is said and done, it merely looks like another stone in the ocean. A sting from one of these many spines can cause a person to lose consciousness. That alone is threat when you are at the bottom of the ocean. Plus, the venom can also cause cardiac arrest. Viper fish. Many people fear the deepest depth of the ocean because it's pitch black and relatively unknown. However, some fear this region of the world because of what we do know, like the viper fish. The deep sea dwelling fish has nasty appearance, but full of narrowly jagged teeth that reach both inside and outside of its mouth. Its appearance alone is enough to scare anyone who encounters this fish, but it is also one of the most poisonous fish we can find in the ocean. The viper fish is most well known for its light producing organ, which hang from a line over its head. The light serves to attract other fish. The viper fish lies completely still as its prey approaches the light and then it strikes. While extraordinarily poisonous and deadly, this fish lives for deeper than you will probably even go in the ocean. Plus, it's nearly only interested in its next meal, not humans. Thank you.